Exercise will be a elevated sit-up, and essentially here you've got your feet elevated on a bench, chair, doesn't matter. Try and get them at an even level with the knees. And you do not want to flex the neck forward. You want to keep the hands just behind the head. That way you're not pushing on the head with any force. And you want to get up to the top, pause for 2 seconds, down to the bottom, and just when you start to feel your hair touch the floor, it's about time you want to come back up. Relatively short range of motion, and the most important factor is, again, avoiding contraction in the top position. A floor back extension we're trying to do is start here again with the neck in a neutral position and lift the torso off the ground while retracting the shoulder blades, and you want to contract your lower back musculature for 2 seconds, down again, minimizing your time on the bottom position, up again, hold for 2 seconds, down again. And it's important to get some lower back work done in the same workout that you're doing some ab movements to balance out. Make sure that you're not making the frontal muscles too much stronger than the rear, otherwise you're going to have a muscular imbalance and then create some problems. I'm going to demonstrate a static torso rotating sit-up, and you want to get the torso in a position where it's a challenge just to hold. And the farther you go back, the more difficult the exercise is. So depending on the challenge level that you find, you can start up here or you can start farther back. We'll demonstrate in a more difficult position. And the rotation part comes in, is what we're going to do is help you recruit the obliques. What we want to do is rotate side to side, touching the plate or dumbbell or medicine ball on the floor, not slamming it down, keeping some kind of control. And the more rapidly you go side to side, it's going to give us a higher quality of training as well. But we want to maintain the torso position, make challenges for stabilization while doing a rotation movement. And this exercise goes by a lot of names, but overall very difficult and very productive. Performing a Swiss ball leg lower here, and the object is to keep the lower back pressed flat into the floor as you're lowering the ball into our object. You could use something else, such as a plate or a book, something like that, but make sure it is well stabilized between your feet so it doesn't fall and hit your face. Again, concentrate on sucking your belly button into the floor and keeping the lower back flat against the floor at all times. If you begin to lose that position, then it's time to discontinue the exercise. What I just demonstrated was 4 exercises for the preliminary or beginner short burst workout. But don't be deceived. Just because it's a preliminary type workout doesn't mean it won't be difficult even for an advanced trainee. What you want to concentrate on is proper execution. And remember, we're trying to pack in a lot of high quality work into a short period of time to fit within the format of the short burst training benefits. So again, with that reduced rest period, it's going to make things much more difficult. What you want to do is complete 40 reps of each exercise, split up over somewhere between 4 to 5 sets. Obviously, if you do 4 sets, then it'll be 10 reps per exercise. But if you want to be even better with the form of the movement, I would suggest doing 8 reps each for 5 sets. And you're going to execute them in the same order that I had presented them. Do the set, rest it out 10 to 20 seconds, only however long it takes you to get in position for the next exercise. And after completing all 4 exercises, take somewhere between 30 seconds and 1 minute rest just so you can get a drink and then get right back into it. And again, you want to do 4 to 5 total revolutions of the exercise. Remember, focus on those key points in terms of where the tension needs to be held, especially on the elevated sit-up in the top position. Make sure you don't flex your neck in any of these movements, and this will be a great segue to go into later short burst workouts that are a much more level of difficulty. But again, you've got to build a good base somewhere. This routine only needs to be done 1 time per week. I very rarely run into people who work for abs very often to get a better result. Usually what they get is a lot of pumping back pain. So, in actuality, if you're going to have great midsection development, most of it's going to come from the diet having a low body fat percentage. and obviously that's something you can email me about regarding my consultation service or a general question. So if you want to build up better function to protect you against everyday activities and also while you're weightlifting, it's very important to properly execute midsection exercises to make sure you have a strong core, because again, it forms your basis in most movements that you do, and it will help with midsection muscle development, so that when you do get your body fat percentage as low as it needs to be, they'll come in quite nicely, whether it be the 6 or the 8 pack.